Hi, you guys. We're doing a double session today with Zoom and Instagram. I say it ahead just in case we have someone joining in the middle. Um, I want to thank Hazel Lozano for organizing, first of all, through our reading, theater, film, TV group on Facebook. Um, Thank you guys for being here. We're gonna hold on for 2 minutes just to let people in. Um, if you need this in Spanish or in French, I think the other day in Spanish and in English, it went really good for everyone that attended. If you need this in Spanish or in French, just let me know on direct message or Zoom. If not, I will just go ahead and do it in English because I think everyone understands. Um, just sit down in a comfortable position. If you feel sitting down, if you feel laying down, you know that with me, it pretty much counts the same. The best you are, the best I am guiding you. So just the way you are more comfortable with. I'm just gonna start playing the music. I chose some African beats today. Some. Um, we're gonna treat some old beats to beat war. Um, I decided today to do some mixed and some um, realization about not just what we are living through, this invisible war with this virus, but also all these people that they just go through this every single day of their lives. And so I just would like for you to feel during this meditation and afterwards, if you can, I just would like for you to start feeling the power that you are and the power that you can lead in the world. If you come from a Latino community, if you come from an African community, if you come from a rich environment, if you come from a poor environment, it does not matter. We are all one. And I don't say this and excuse me for the announce that is about to go on. And I don't say this um, as of just a very pretty speech. It's just what it is. If we are in a rich world, if we are in the first potential community, we can help the others. If we cannot physically, we can with our moral, with our energy. So it does not do any pain. It does not hurt to just focus a little bit on these people, on these lives that they are just going through, being hungry every day and being poor every day, and just being every day and trying to survive every day. So just let's just breathe with this beats. I would like for you to put the hands rather on the floor, rather on the earth, or rather on a part of your body that you feel weak, that you feel less strong, that you feel just less, just because. or just because of a reason, just because of a sickness, because of an illness, whatever it is, just a part of your body that is just weaker. It can be a knee, it can be the heart, it can be the nose, it can be the eyes, the hair, whatever it is that you feel weaker. Again, as I said at the beginning, if you need translation in Spanish, just let me know. Just text me or not text me, send me a message, a comment, or a Zoom message. Let's just breathe with our hands on there. You can practice right now to breathe through your nose and then exhaling through your mouth, or just through your nose and then exhaling through your mouth, but with your mouth closed, which means through your throat, which is very good for your thyroid. So just let's try to start hearing those beats and those voices. And whatever this brings you, let's just try to feel it. The images today, they're going to be a little more free than other days. Let's just try to move with it though. And it can be very primitive moves. You can close your eyes. You can open them if you are able to just focus on them. You can go with your hips, you can go with your knees, with your hands, with your mouth, with your head, your shoulders. Just go with it. And these beats, so they are just silence, I want you to open your eyes internally. I would like for you to have them closed physically, but just internally open your eyes and tell yourself, inform yourself what you are seeing. I would like you to feel just immense room, just immense fields. Just a huge field. It can be of sand in the desert. It can be of weapons. It can be a war zone. It can be a peace zone. It can just be whatever you imagine right now. And it's from there, you're going to try to feel those sounds. Maybe there's no sounds. Maybe they're just beside what you are seeing. Or maybe there is someone around. Maybe you are feeling those people or those souls around. Let's just try to smile to that, truly. Let's just try to find an element around this landscape to smile to. And let's just try to breathe through this environment. Let's just dance with it. If you feel dancing is not your thing, you can just move your body, in other words. Just move with it. You just feel this environment. And let's just try to feel out and do not be afraid of them. All these feelings, all these words, all these things around, they don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be beautiful. They don't have to be anything. They just have to be whatever you are feeling is all right. And whatever we have our hands, let's try to touch or to feel all around those negativities, those weapons, even though they are physical. That's all right. Just try to breathe. If it gets too negative, try to breathe through it. Try to eliminate them from your system. Try to eliminate them from your sight, but in a very healthy way. Try to eliminate them very slowly. What we are trying to do, or what I'm trying to do with this specific meditation, it's just with your energy, with your mind, with your soul, with your spirit. Try to transform whatever is negative, whatever is war in general, in your life, in others' lives in others, and life in general. Let's try to transform it into peace. Let's try to transform it into love. Let's try to do it just with our minds, even though it sounds very dreamy, very much of an impossible feeling and an impossible mission. We are able to do it, and we can do it. So let's try to go through it. And in the field, whatever we are, if we're sitting down, we're just going to try to slowly, we can go through the sand, we can go through the land, we can go through whatever this surface is. And let's try to go on it, scrolling, whatever is available for your body right now. And it's all good, whatever the move is. Let's try to imagine that we are magicians. Our force, our strength, it doesn't have to be infinite. It's just in this moment right now and present. And let's try it with our hand, our magic hand. It can be the left, it can be the right, it can be the nose, it can be the hair. Whatever we feel our strongest part of the body is, but just try with that part of the body to touch the weapons, the guns, whatever we are seeing, and convert them, make them become flowers, bringing them into beauty, into another color maybe that you like more. If you're seeing it red and you like more white, let's try to do that. And it's not something that we are fighting against. It's something that we are claiming. It's something that we are aiming to. Just try to touch one by one with a lot of patience. We are not in a hurry. It's a lot of patience. If we are scrolling, if all of a sudden we want to run, if all of a sudden we want to walk, if all of a sudden we want to go on into 4, Just go through it. Just allow it. And all this field, let's just believe that is on us to transform it. And little by little, we're going to imagine that this field, I want you to look up for a moment. Let's imagine that whatever this is that we are seeing is on us to transform it. It's on us to convert it to beauty. So just make the moves and stop and follow whenever we feel like, with our body, with our hands, with our feet, with our head, with our core. And let's just breathe. Don't forget to breathe. And let's try to smile. All of a sudden we can see an animal. It can be a rat, maybe, in the field that we are seeing right now. That is not very hopeful. Or it can be a lion, if we are already ahead. Or it can be a tiger. It can be a more savage. We can go into the music if we prefer. Let's just feel the beats. Let's just feel the origins. But we can still see around. We can still believe that the change is on us. If the beats make you cry, if it make you smile, if it make you stop for a moment, if it make you just run, just go through it. Just follow it. And just allow yourself to just feel. And let's just keep that feeling of transforming all the negativity around all these weapons, all these scams, all these that maybe they are not ours, but it's our responsibility to clean them up. If all these weapons, they all of a sudden feel like super personal, they feel like something that we are going through, they feel like something that is just negativity in a sense, or it's just an illness, or it's just a sickness, or it's just something that has nothing to do with a weapon, it's all good. Just go through it. Whatever your brain or your mind or your spirit goes through right now is whatever it has to be. Lo que sea que estemos sintiendo ahora, vamos a ir con ello y vamos a empezar a sentir la música que estamos escuchando. Si cualquiera de estos beats, de estos ritmos, los sentimos como nuestros, si de repente los sentimos como colores, si de repente estamos viendo gente, si de repente estamos viendo alegría bailando, if all of a sudden those beats, those sounds, they just feel like music, they just feel like people, they just feel like happiness. We just go through it, through whatever the music is transferring us. Let's just go through the sound, let's just go through the voice. And let's just pick up all those weapons. Let's not ask ourselves who is the one that has thrown them in there. But just think about or feel that we have to pick them up. And it's on us to do it. And it will feel better to do it. And we can go through the music with our body. We can feel it in our hips. We can feel it in our mouth. We can feel it in our hands. All of a sudden they become colored. But just feel it. And little by little, the landscape that we were seeing at the beginning, that maybe it was too dark, or it was just negative, it's gonna start brightening up. The colors, they're just gonna start to become brighter. They're just gonna start to become higher. And all the landscape, whatever was rock, will become sand. Whatever was black will become yellow. So the yellows will become to our eyes and to our heart, and we'll smile more. The oranges will become to our body. And so goodbye to the blacks. Let's just place our hands again on the earth. And just place them like we were going to grab something. Even if it's a weapon, even if it's a flower. We just do with it for the good, for the better. Whatever we're seeing, just be free and see each of us one thing. And just go through it. And now all those things that we have in our hands, that we have picked up already from the floor, all those negativities, all those negative things, let's just throw them away. And whenever we're throwing them away, let's just imagine that their feathers are out of our hands. So let's just go through this. This is gonna release those hands, that strength from them. And feel how they go away and how we've become the leaders of this release. How we've become the love of this war. How we've become the heart of this story. I just throw the energy that we don't need away. I just become strong. I just sit on our strength. Let's just maybe put our hands together. And breathe deeply. Like just go with the beats. And each time that we are just walking around right now, each time that we post one foot on the floor, or feet on the floor, and just see how we illuminate the land. And little by little, let's just feel how we balance our body with these beats, with these images that we've created. We just feel all those images with weapons become flowers, weapons become green, weapons become nature, weapons and guns become peace. And just breathe deeply, and in these 7 minutes that we still have, and just go through this deeper beat. Just become one with the earth. And I want you to start feeling, once we've converted the earth, the land around us, to just start touching ourselves, touching our hair maybe, or our eyes, our head, our mouth, our knees, our feet, our legs, our arms, our hands. But just start feeling ourselves. And let's just try to do the same that we've made with the land, to do it with our bodies. Just try to convert, to make magic with our hands. Just try to convert all the negativity in our body, on our skin. But just try to convert it, to embrace it, and to convert it into positivity, into light. And breathe deeply with it. And all those parts that we are touching in our body, on our skin, we're just going to imagine them. We're just going to imagine that we have a mirror in front, and we're just going to imagine that mirror, in that mirror, if we are touching our shoulder, it's going to become bright. If we are touching our hair, it's going to become gold. If we are touching our heart, it's going to become orange or yellow. If we are touching our neck, it's gonna become light. And let's try to just breathe all that with a hug to ourselves, imagining that our body is that land, that our body depends on that magic, that all the land and all the people and all the things around, they just depend or are part or of our attitude. Just work on our attitude. Just work on our beauty. Just feel it. Let's just embrace it. And let's breathe through it. And whether we are sitting down or laying down, we're just going to stay in that hug. We're just going to stay in that kiss or hug or love of whatever kind we are given to ourselves or to the world or to the land. And let's just breathe freely. Thank you guys so much for your energy. This is available for 24 hours on the profile. And we'll come back with more themes and more subjects. And we are always available with Hazel or me to just send us a private message with whatever you were dealing with that you would like to work on. It always can help someone. Thank you so much. See you guys soon. Thank you for sharing yourself.